What if I told you Apple just released a MacBook, a real aluminium Apple Silicon MacBook for under $600? No joke. The 2026 Apple MacBook Neo is here, and it is the most affordable modern Mac Apple has ever made. But here's the catch, and there's always a catch with Apple. They had to cut some things to get there. Some of those cuts are totally fine. Others, they might actually be a deal breaker for you. Let's talk about all of it. Welcome back to X-Zone, your go-to channel for tech and gear reviews that actually help you spend your money smarter. I'm your host, and today we're doing a full real-world review of the MacBook Neo. This isn't just me reading specs off Apple's website. We've researched, tested, and compared this thing to figure out if it's a legit buy or just Apple trying to flex a cheap price tag. This is our honest MacBook Neo review, so let's get into it. Alright, let's do the fast facts first. The MacBook Neo has a 13-inch liquid retina display at 2408 by 1506 resolution with up to 500 nits of brightness and support for 1 billion colors. Inside, you're running on the A18 Pro chip, 6-core CPU, 5-core GPU, and a 16-core neural engine. You get 8GB of unified memory and storage options of either 256GB or 512GB SSD. The body is fanless, all aluminium, weighs just 2.7 pounds, and Apple claims up to 16 hours of video streaming and around 11 hours of wireless web browsing on a single charge. The laptop ships with macOS Tahoe and will receive free software updates. For connectivity, you've got two USB-C ports. The left one runs at USB 3 speed and supports external display output, while the right one is slower USB 2, plus a headphone jack, Wi-Fi 6E, and Bluetooth 6. One more thing worth noting up front, charging is 20 watts USB-C only, and unlike every other MacBook, there's no fast charging here. Now the big number. The MacBook Neo starts at $599 for the 256GB base model and $699 for the 512GB model. Students get it even cheaper, $499 with education pricing. To put that in context, the new M5 MacBook Air starts at $1,099, and MacBook Pros are way up from there. So the Neo is literally half the price of the cheapest Air. This is Apple saying, okay, we're going budget. And for a lot of students and everyday users, that is a very big deal. So, does it feel cheap? Short answer, absolutely not. The MacBook Neo is built from recycled aluminium. Apple says it uses 60% recycled content by weight, the most of any Apple product ever. It's thin, it's light, the finish is clean, and it comes in 4 colors: silver, blush, citrus, and indigo. Blush is a soft pink, citrus is a warm yellow-green, and indigo is a deep, cool blue. The keyboard and even the laptop's feet are color-matched to the chassis, which makes the whole package look very intentional and premium for the price. One thing some people will notice right away, there's no notch. The display goes cleanly to the top bezel with uniform borders on all sides, and the Apple logo on the lid is a subtle embossed mark rather than a glowing icon. Some of you will love that minimalist look. In terms of daily carry, slip it into a school bag, a tote, or even a small backpack and you'll barely feel it at 2.7 pounds. Take it to your favorite cafe, put it on your desk at school, or use it at the office. It fits everywhere. Compared to the chunky plastic Windows laptops in the same price range, the Neo feels like it belongs in a completely different category. You're not paying plastic laptop money and getting plastic. You're paying plastic laptop money and getting a Mac. That's wild. The keyboard is Apple's classic Magic Keyboard. Scissor switch keys with good travel, satisfying click, comfortable for long typing sessions. Whether you're banging out a thesis, replying to emails, or writing a script like this one, it feels reliable and responsive. But here comes the first big compromise, and you need to know about this before you buy. There is no keyboard backlight. Zero. None. If you like typing at night, in a dim room, or you're the type to work late in a cafe with the lights low, You're going to struggle unless you've memorized where every key is. For college students pulling all-nighters, this is kind of a big deal. Apple removed it to hit the lower price, but it's one of those things you'll definitely notice. The Trackpad is a multi-touch trackpad without force touch, meaning it physically clicks down rather than using Apple's haptic feedback system. It still works well and is accurate, but it's louder and doesn't have that seamless, glass-smooth feel of the trackpads on the MacBook Air and Pro. Fine for everyday use, but you will notice the step down. Ports: 2 USB-C, 1 headphone jack. That's it. No MagSafe, no HDMI, no SD card slot. If you want to connect a projector for a presentation, plug in a USB flash drive, hook up a second monitor, or charge and use a peripheral at the same time, you're going to need a USB-C hub or dongle. Budget a little extra for one. It's honestly just part of buying any modern thin Mac, but at this price point it stings a little more. The 13-inch Liquid Retina display at 500 nits looks genuinely sharp and vibrant in real life. Text is crisp, great for reading documents, browsing, or coding. Colors are accurate in sRGB with 1 billion color support, which is perfect for photo editing for social media, YouTube thumbnails, or graphic design work. There's also an anti-reflective coating that helps in brighter environments. Outdoors in direct sunlight, it can struggle, but under shade or indoors, it's bright and comfortable. If you're watching Netflix, YouTube, anime, or catching up on K-dramas, this screen is really enjoyable. It doesn't have ProMotion or a high refresh rate like the MacBook Pros, but at 60 Hz for the price, it's impressive. The 1080p FaceTime HD camera is good enough for online classes, Zoom meetings, and Google Meet calls. It handles decent lighting well. It's a solid camera for a budget laptop, though it doesn't have the same image processing smarts as the Air's camera. The dual side-firing speakers with spatial audio and Dolby Atmos are genuinely a surprise at this price. There's real stereo separation, solid mids, and acceptable bass. Watching a movie or listening to Spotify sounds noticeably better than most cheap laptops. Don't expect MacBook Pro-level audio, but for catching anime, K-dramas, or just vibing to your playlist, it more than holds its own. Now here's where the MacBook Neo gets interesting, and this is the part that makes it a legit contender as the best student laptop 2026. The A18 Pro chip is exactly what powers the iPhone 16 Pro, and in a fanless MacBook running macOS Tahoe, it's surprisingly capable. For everyday tasks, Chrome or Safari with 15 to 20 tabs open, Google Docs, Microsoft Office, Zoom, Spotify running in the background, YouTube at 4K, the Neo feels fast and snappy. Apple actually claims it's around 50% faster at web browsing than the best-selling Windows laptops with Intel's Core Ultra 5. There's no lag, no stutter, no waiting. It just works. For light creative work, it punches above its weight class. Editing photos in Lightroom or Photoshop? Smooth. Exporting a batch of Instagram-ready edits? Quick. Cutting a 1080p or even a light 4K video for YouTube, TikTok, or Reels in Final Cut or CapCut for Mac? Totally manageable. Using AI tools like background removal, smart upscaling, or Apple Intelligence features like note summarization, the 16-core neural engine handles those with no problem. Apple claims it's about 3 times faster at on-device AI than competing Windows laptops. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine you're a college student. You just got back from a weekend trip. You've got 100 photos from your camera or iPhone. You want to edit the best ones, write a caption, and post before Monday. You've got your thesis document open, your research tabs, your group chat on the side. The MacBook Neo can actually handle all of that at the same time without breaking a sweat. For a lot of people, that's exactly what they need. Now here's where we need to be real. 8 GB of unified memory is a limitation. When you push big Photoshop files with dozens of layers, multi-camera 4K edits, heavy After Effects compositions, or massive InDesign documents, you will start to see it slow down. Swapping to storage when RAM is full is less painful on Apple Silicon than on older machines, but it's still not the same as having 16 gigabytes. If you're a serious video editor working on long projects, a 3D artist, or an engineer running CAD or simulation software, the Neo is not your machine. This is genuinely important. Know your workload before you buy. In real-world mixed use, some browsing, some Google Docs, video playback, light photo editing, you're comfortably looking at 8 to 10 hours on a full charge. If you're mostly just watching videos, Apple's 16-hour claim isn't that far off. For a full school day or a long work day away from an outlet, this thing will last. Just remember, charging is 20 watts, so it's not fast. Give it time to top up overnight. Because it's fanless, it runs completely silent. No fan noise ever. That's great for libraries, quiet classrooms, late-night studying, or gaming with headphones on. Under very heavy sustained loads, like long exports or complex renders, the chassis can get warm, but it's never uncomfortable for typical daily use. Thermals are a non-issue for what this laptop is designed to do. Let's be very clear about who should buy this and who shouldn't. Buy the MacBook Neo if you are a student who needs a reliable, light laptop for school, research, and light content creation. A casual creator making short-form videos, thumbnails, and social media content. An everyday user who wants a Mac for browsing, Netflix, Office apps, and just having a nice laptop that works great. Skip the MacBook Neo if you are a pro video editor working on long 4K or multicam projects, a 3D artist or game developer, an engineer who needs heavy CAD or simulation tools, someone who needs 16 to 32 gigabytes of RAM and multiple external monitors on a regular basis. So here's the X-Zone verdict on the 2026 Apple MacBook Neo. This is not a laptop pretending to be a Mac. It is a real Mac, real build, real Apple Silicon, real macOS Tahoe, at a price that makes it genuinely accessible for the first time. For students, casual creators, and everyday users who want to get into the Apple ecosystem without breaking the bank, the MacBook Neo is the most compelling answer Apple has ever given. Is it the new default Mac for the masses? Close, but the missing keyboard backlight, 8GB RAM cap, and slow 20-watt charging remind you that compromises were made. It's a gateway Mac done right, as long as you know exactly what you're getting into. If your budget tops out around $599 to $699, or even $499 if you qualify for education pricing, this is your laptop. If you do heavier creative work and can stretch to $1,099, go Air. And if you're a Windows person on a similar budget, the Neo is still absolutely worth looking at seriously. That's our full-budget MacBook 2026 review. If you found this helpful, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and drop a comment below. Would you pick the MacBook Neo, the MacBook Air, or stick with a Windows laptop? I want to see where you guys stand. I'll see you in the next one. X-Zone, out.